Traveler, Paimon, great timing. We got a lot of letters.
Nice work!
Well, the real work hasn't even started yet. Let me quickly summarize what we found out about a flower that is not of this world. Tainari believes that on closer examination it might be logically paradoxal, while Albedo says that his... As for my answer, I think a clock in the...
Here's what we've gathered regarding a guide who... Mona said that she'd like to join us in uncovering the secret behind the prophecy, while Bennett suggests Fischl, Mona, or the Traveler as potential candidates. Mika didn't submit much, but he did draw a vegetation map for Master Tainari and wrote up a dragon spotting calendar for Sino. Amber also wrote in. She said that she sees herself as nobody's guide, but everybody's friend.
As for one who would never lie, Rosaria removed herself from consideration, but both Razor and Timaeus seems to have forgotten to write to us.
And finally, this is what we've gathered on a legend that never ends. Klee said that her mom, Lisa, believes that legends live forever in people's hearts. I think that for a legend to be never-ending, it has to be filled with hopes and dreams, and actively passed from one person to the next. So, what are the answers to the 4 riddles then? You're really smart, Paimon. I bet you can figure it.
Or, let's all share our thoughts on what we think the answers might be.
Wait! Wait for me!
Oh, Timaeus! What brings you...
I'm sorry, I really am. The time just got away from me and I didn't get around to writing that letter. However, I'm happy to...
Huh? This is kind of... Not that we don't trust you, Timaeus, but, could you elaborate a little? After you...
Of course, of course. Do you still remember the time I, Well, basically, she helped me out a lot with my research into potion...
Wait! So Ying-Er is the girl from Lila that Sucrose mentioned earlier? We always assumed you were hard at work every time we saw you at the crafting bench. So you've just been writing letters to Ying-Er the whole time?
No, I mean, not all the time. I've done some work too. And anyway, our correspondence covers a lot of Anyway, a few months ago, I made a vow to the heavens that I will be true to myself and never utter an insincere...
So, at Starsnatch Cliff, you were picking...
Well, that's right. The Cecilia flower is said to represent a once wayward heart, transformed by the power of love. I couldn't think of a better flower to give than that. I know full well that Miss Ying-Er is far more knowledgeable than I in both the ways of the world and the ways of our craft, but... which brings me to the subject of the last few days and the Windbloom. But yesterday, Albedo told me that Sucrose has been working hard to help another girl achieve her dream.
Huh?
And when I went to take a look at our roster, I saw that she'd done my remaining work for me. I feel incredible. I've been spending all of my time in my own fantasy world while everyone else has been bending over backwards to help other people. How could I ever hope to be worthy of Miss...
Oh, Timaeus.
And that's why I've decided to join...
But then what about Ying-Er?
Yeah. Haven't you been planning this for over a month now? You said...
Well, yes. I did mention in my letters that I'd like her to visit, which is why I just sent her another gift with my hand-picked Windblooms, along with a hand... I explained that a matter of great importance has presented itself, to which I must devote my full attention for the time being. As soon as it's resolved, I'll make haste to Liyue to pick her up. I made sure to package the gift and letter with the greatest care. All I can do now is hope that she'll understand. Point being, please know that I sincerely want to support you in this endeavor. Plus, I think I'm an honest person. As far as I recall, I don't think I've told a single...
Well, you certainly convinced Paimon with that speech. Don't worry, Timaeus. We won't let your determination...
Thank you, Timaeus.
Thank you, everyone. I promise to do...
Okay, so it looks like we found our one who would never lie. Great! Let's keep it up. On to the other 3. Okay, Paimon will do the honors. We have with us here the flower, the guide, the legend... Huh? Why did you only say Timaeus' name? You should say my name too. All right. We also have Klee. That's me! With Klee
Lee here, this all somehow feels like we're getting ready for a field trip.
There's nothing wrong with a more relaxed atmosphere, is there? Of course. We will soon see if my hypothesis...
Actually, I'm still...
Me too.
But weren't you all fired up just a moment ago?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's do...
Actually, I'm a little worried too. Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
I know what you're feeling. Saying anything becomes so much harder when there are so many people watching.
Well, does anyone know the exact location of where we're headed, or should I do a reading on my scry glass?
According to the prophecy, once we figured out the answer, we should test it at the... Oh, we know something about that!
What? Wow, that's amazing. You really know how...
Then we'll let you lead the way.
This is it! We're off to find the sacred location.
Look.
Aww. I don't see any lanterns here. Now that I think about it, the prophecy didn't say anything about what the lantern utmost joy actually...
Traveler, are you trying to figure out something else from the paper?
Paimon's reading too! But there's nothing above us! Place the squirrel on the back of the pointy-eared cat, and a pious puppy will open the doors to show you the way. Huh. Paimon read the whole thing out. Look! Look!
What a strong wind current. Let's ride it up and see where it leads.
Huh? We'll have to fly up there?
Here.
This is the first time I've ever flown like this!
How did this little island get up here in the sky? Did somebody make it? Just to be safe, I've been jotting down our entire route here. Oh, good thinking, Colin. Huh. Who would have thought we'd find this kind of table here? Weird.
I never would have guessed that such a place could exist.
Wow, look at that pretty lantern on the table.
There seems to be something on the back of this chair. Take your seat, present your answers. Well, as far as instructions go, I guess that...
So we just need to do as it says, right?
Wait a second.
Huh? What is...
We'd better make sure this place is safe before taking our seats. Everyone?
Well, all our questions and doubts aside, the scenery here is pretty amazing. It'd be impossible.
How is everything, Albedo?
Everything seems to be fine. But I also couldn't find any overt...
Huh? What do you...
Well, it seems that wrong answers won't have any catastrophic consequences. Looks like we'll have to sit on these chairs and fulfill... Everyone, I would like to suggest that we try some risky answers on our first attempt.
That sounds kind of smart.
Ah, I get what he means. If we do as he says, then we may be able to figure out how the puzzle works.
I see. That makes a lot... Mona, is there something wrong? You're not... Oh, are you hungry? I brought some...
Thank you for offering While Albedo was checking just now, I gave my scry glass a spin hoping to find some information. But there's a strange aura to this place. It's almost as if someone has been staring at me. But if nothing here has actually been physically tampered with, then...
What do you mean, Mona? Who could it...
Never mind. It's not like I've got any proof.
Don't leave us on the edge like this. I'll just do what Albedo said.
Yes, let's test the hypothesis together.
Come on, join us, Mona.
Oh, all right.
Okay, then I'll answer the first question. If someone were to ask me to find...
You can do it, Sukra.
Then I would fetch a tetragenic sweet flower.
All right, I'm up next. My part of the prophecy is to find a guide who will...
Kale, I hope you found your answer.
My answer is... For a long time, I have been guided by others. It's taken me a while, but I finally made... Although I still haven't made a name for myself, and I'm still quite immature, I would still like to put my name forward. Because I would like to become a... I want to help others the same way Amber, Master Tainari, Sino, and everyone else helped me. Now it's my turn to pass on the gift that I've been given.
All right, it's up to me to answer the third part. Although I've never really had any other virtues or talents, I'd like to thank everyone, too, for giving me...
And last but not least, I will answer the final part of the prophecy. There's no tale more befitting the title of a legend that never ends than our fates as human beings.
Wait! The lantern just lit up! Whoa! All four sides of the lantern are... Huh? But...
Kale, could I ask you to stand up for a second?
Oh, all right. Huh? What's going... Why is it lighting up regardless of who's sitting in the chair? Didn't it say we have to answer...
It's pretty clear now, isn't it? We've just proven that there is no right answer.
No right answer?
Although the instructions had come from an old and enigmatic prophecy, it is in fact nothing like the ancient mechanism that we had all imagined it to be. I believe the lantern only serves as a simple signal.
And to think, I never expected you to...
What? There's someone else here?
We meet again, traveler.
Hey! You're that Outlander we met the other day!
It's all thanks to you that I was able to find this place. Good thing that you were too preoccupied with the prophet.
Oh, is that so? Then, why do I spy yet another person following in...
Wait, really?
There's no need for pleasantries. You should know I'm here for you.
Is it just because I'm a visitor from abroad?
I was there when you snuck your way into Marjorie's place.
So you had your eyes on me even then, huh? That was too whole...
It's hard not to notice you when I'm on duty every day.
All right. In that case, I'll admit it. I was...
Huh? But why?
Don't worry. Even though you probably have plenty of reservations about me, in fact, many of you here today may have heard the code name of the one who left the prophecy to me. She hailed from an ancient assembly of powerful women, each of whom used a single letter to signify themselves.
Who would have guessed? It seems that power was indeed left behind.
Ah, so you're B's student. It's an honor to meet you. I am Scar.
Well, what are you talking about?
It's a long story, but I'm not quite sure that I'm the best person. Since you've all spent so much time and energy trying to decipher this prophecy, you must also be very interested if the lantern has already been lit. Now then, please allow me to disturb your happy peace.
Huh. Why did this little thing just light up?
Hello? On the other side of the lantern. Can you...
Mom?
Oh, I hear many youthful...
Madam, I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Oh, since we've last gathered, Jay's successor has already become so reckless and bold.
Wait. Why are you talking just like the old hag?
Old hag? Who would dare say...
Who are you? Who dares imitate my master?
And what of imitation and mimicry? It is always...
Oh, Dallas, I'm here too.
Mom! Why are you trying trying to talk like...
So I see everyone's here. Well then, my warmest greetings, everyone.
Miss Alice, why would you...
Well, it's been many years since this lantern last lit up. You can't blame me for thinking that one of the old friends from my youth may have decided to catch up again.
Why she sounds so cool?
And if I recall correctly, we left this lantern in the care of the Anemo Archon Barbados. You must be commended for uncovering an artifact. Tell me, are you sitting around my beloved tea party table?
It's a really long...
Oh, so you are. I suppose this means even the Anemo Archon has granted you entry to this place.
Wait. Paimon's completely lost now. So what was this?
Oh, Miss Alice, would it be all right to leave the explanation of that to you?
Well, you should be rewarded for making it all the way up here and activating the lantern. Now then, let me tell you a long... Ever heard of the Hexenzirkel? As the spooky name suggests, it's a secret society. Once upon a time, it even challenged the Anemo Archon himself. But he replied, "Let us make music, not war, and resolve our conflicts through song." From then on, the mages would only ever convene in the woods, in the skies, or on the edges of cliffs. At these tea parties, they discussed their stories and secrets and resolved their differences, as the tea and cakes bore witness to their pledge never to fight amongst themselves.
Yesterday I snuffed out the life of my beloved. He had grown old and was extremely sick. He loved me dearly, so I took his fate in my hands and ended his pain.
I'm raising a son. Of all the children I had, he's the only one left. But I suppose that still makes me a mother.
My lifespan is nothing compared to yours, so I wish to leave you with my storybook. Actually, maybe you can pass it on to your children one day.
Oh, this looks interesting. Let me scry.
My dear sisters, we mustn't let prophecies threaten our bonds of friendship. Even the most frightening witch was once a little girl, and growing up can be so tough. Sometimes we all need to vent our troubles to the wind. Even if the nations go to war, or the sky falls down, the mages' tea parties shall forever be held around this table.
So this is where the legendary mages help...
That's right. We often met here to chat and have...
Then, what about the part saying that if we light the lantern up...
About that. I never expected anyone other than Jay to actually read the full contents of that prophecy. The truth is, that prophecy was actually just a letter that we sent to Jay as a group the day before her wedding.
So it was indeed written by all of you.
I must thank you for resisting the urge to immediately reveal the truth to everybody, Albedo. Knowing you, you probably figured out everything the moment.
No, it took me a little longer than that.
A flower that is not of this world, a guide who will never get lost, one who would never lie, and a legend that never ends. These 4 descriptions signify when a member of the organization had to leave the group to spend the rest of her days with her beloved, the other mages would write down this prophecy and send it to her to invite her for a final get-together. A flower that is not of this world signifies, of course, flowers that do not naturally exist in this world. This is the signature of our full name, Rhindaughter, also known as Gold. If there's anyone in this world who could create a flower species that does not yet exist, it would be her. The guide who will never get lost is N, otherwise known as Nicole. You may not have encountered her yet, but she is a truly extraordinary woman who has made this world's direction and order. Some of you may be fortunate enough to have already heard her voice. Like a prophetess, she will only speak to guide people toward the truth when a change has occurred in the world. She has a tendency to Suddenly speak in someone's mind without any warning. If one day you would be unfortunate enough to run into a truly dangerous situation, she may use her voice to guide the way forward for you.
Who would have guessed that there are so many mysterious women in this world, and that they would all know each other?
The one who would never lie is me. I hope no one would take offense. It's just that I, Alice, or A for short, have always had a soft spot for those with sincerity and candor. As for A Legend That Never Ends, you may not know M in person, but you've likely encountered one of her works. Have any of you ever read...
Huh? I'm pretty sure every child in Monster...
It's also one of my favorite stories. M was an exceptional human writer who used her prose to teach me the meaning of... Don't you think such a person would deserve a seat at the mage's table?
Paimon's getting more and more lost.
It may sound hard to believe, but I can attest to everything that Alice has said. Jay was also a mortal who aged and passed on, leaving her title to her... Alice, you've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors. It's now been centuries since the first of us took on her mantle.
Do you also want to become a mage?
Title aside, I think I'm more interested in them. I used to think that the Hexen Circle was a group of women who could control the very fate of this world. But now, I've seen for myself that besides Jay...
Do you think less of us now?
No, not at all. My interest has been piqued, and I'm now even more drawn towards the idea of becoming a mage.
You're right. I've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors. But you are different. You are...
Oh, has someone finally peeked onto Alice's...
Now is not a good time, Scarlet, but as soon as I am able, I will seek you out for a meeting. I want you to tell me all about Jay's married life back in her hometown.
So the mage who received the prophecy letter from all of you was Jay? She left the Hexen Circle after getting married?
Precisely. There was only one way the letter could have been interpreted. She would have known what we meant as soon as she... Please come to see us again. Before you go and settle forever with your happiness, please come share some of it with your best friends and sisters.
So, the Supreme Blessing actually meant...
All journeys are fleeting and will eventually come to an end. What will give us the most fulfillment and happiness in the end are those who will greet us. Dear child, I believe you can also understand what I am talking about. We women will always have many troubles and encounter pains and frustrations that will keep... But no matter how hard things may become, we will cross mountains and oceans to see our best friends again. Regardless of how... As long as we can be with our beloved friends, our hearts will be filled with joy. To us mages, that's what being supremely blessed is all about.
I still don't get it, but I do know that all the mages are Mom's best friends.
If you ask how I see it, the Hexen Circle is just a group of ladies that... Anyway, I'll introduce some of the other members to you all later. I still have a few things to attend to, so...
Bye, Mom! Todoko says bye, too!
Goodbye, darling, and farewell to all of our other friends as well. Oh, now that I think of it, isn't it getting close?
Yes, it's Windbloom again, Alice.
It's also a special anniversary date.
Yes, I do remember now. It was on this day many, many years ago. Oh, just in time for the Festival of Love and Freedom. Everyone, please enjoy this year's Windbloom Fest.
Oh.
Are you okay, Timaeus? Maybe you'd feel better if you just, you know...
I'm fine. I'm just Oh, a little glider sick, that's all.
You may want to look into getting your own gliding license when you have the time. It might prove helpful.
Okay.
It sounds like you've still got something on your mind. Why don't you tell us?
It's nothing, really. It's just, well, Alice's story, but still... Of course, I didn't actually expect the supreme blessing to be real.
Don't say that. None of this was your fault, Timaeus. Honestly, it's more on me for having agreed to be the Windbloom Festival's special ambassador. Had I not asked for everyone's help...
If anything, it should be my fault for finding that prophecy.
Oh, no. I didn't mean to blame the two of you either. I just feel like...
But I'd say we still learned something.
Well, that aside, Timaeus, you still need to go to Liyue to apologize to Yingar, right? Do you want Kale and I to accompany you?
Oh, Miss Yingar. Well, I mean... I just really don't want her to get mad at me.
Hey, you three? You may want...
Huh? Miss Yingar?
Oh, so that's Miss Yingar?
Yep, that's her. And she actually came all the way to Mont.
I am so sorry, Miss Yingar, but...
Are you...
Well, of course I am. I'm so happy that,
I was ready to give you a harsh scolding. But now that I've seen you like this, you said you couldn't come to pick me up because of a very important matter, right? Well then.
Should we go?
Oh, I wouldn't. You'll get hit by a forest boar if you interrupt a couple's romantic conversation.
Oh, really?
I am so glad to see Timaeus find...
I have to say, I'm even more envious of you, Sucrose. You can be happy just to see others happy, and you gave me so much help without any expectations in return. Even though you said that we're very much alike, I still feel like you have a much bigger heart than I do.
But if you say that, then I'd say I'm also nowhere near as brave or tenacious as you. I guess we have the same amount of positive quality. I've never visited Sumeru, or made many friends from outside of Mondstadt. Maybe I'll get shy and flustered when I meet other people I don't know in the future. But that's okay, since we are so alike. You probably get what I'm trying to say. You just...
But isn't it too late now?
Well...
I may have read...
That's a topic that my parents used to talk about back when they were still dating. Surprising, right? To think my mom brought it up at dinner one time last month. She called my dad the most boring man she knew, and said that he even turned up late to a date once. All with a smile on her face. But she also said that learning is just another part of life. It's never too late to start something, as long as you recognize... Why don't you give it a try,
Okay, I'll try my... They're really having a great conversation. Paimon can't even find a moment to join in.
I nearly forgot. This is for you.
This texture... Are these seeds?
Yep. I believe I mentioned my sweet flower research to you before. These are the seeds of the sweet flower cultivars that I've worked on. It's nothing too special, but they're the best cultivars that I've made. They're super sweet and easy to grow and keep. I'm also submitting them as my Windblooms for this year. I wish that the Anemo Archon could also see how lovely...
Thank you. I'll plant them in the Avidia forest and take the...
Kale, please take these notes with... I've heard that you've been working hard on your studies, so I've prepared some study materials for you at Sucrose's request. Feel free to look through them whenever...
I don't know what to say. Sucrose, now's your chance! Didn't you want to collect a breath?
You're right. I almost forgot. Kale, can you exhale once into this test tube?
Oh, really?
Of course.
Huh? It was like a little cloud of happiness, and now it flew.
Well, luckily, there's still some breath left. I'll keep working on it, and let you know as soon as I have any breakthroughs in my—
Yeah, you can write to me. I'll be sure to respond.
Oh, it looks like you found a new pen pal.
Master Tainari!
If your friendship was forged in a test tube, does that make you test friends forever?
That's it. I think you've ruined Sumeru's reputation in Mondstadt beyond all—
All that matters is that I've enjoyed Mondstadt immensely.
Oh, that reminds me. Traveler, this card back is for you. Saino wanted you to have one for yourself. If I had to guess, I'd say he probably wants you to use it if you—
I'm a master of the game.
Can you believe this guy? Huh. Let's not— Wait! Huh? Kale has a gift— Yeah! I figured I should follow local Mondstadt customs and prepared a I made these bookmarks from Sumeru roses at the hotel. During Windbloom, Mondstadters offer flowers to the people most important to them.
But Tainari said that we're not anything like an academic family. He wouldn't write joint papers with us.
Well, in this case, we can consider ourselves as regular siblings.
I agree. Oh, and here are some Padisara seeds as well. These are for the Traveler, Paimon, and everyone else from Mondstadt. Whoa, are these really for us?
So, are these your chosen Windblooms?
Mm-hmm, one of them. Both Padisauras and Sumeru roses are my Windblooms. Although they're not native to Mondstadt, they are the flowers that can best express my feelings. I want to give them to the people I feel thankful for. To those who I wish to accompany as we greet more seasons and future Windblooms together. The real blessing in life is when you are surrounded by people who you'd miss day and night, and who you'd want to see even if that meant crossing mountains. Sucrose, do you see that?
Huh?
Doesn't it look just like your test tube?